Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Break It Down. Before we go check out camp, I did forget to read the flavor text on these gloves last episode. Blessed by the priestess Gunt, these gauntlets provide additional aid to any who bear the Absolute's mark upon their flesh.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group. Lae'zel is delightful. In a very look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of way, of course. Need something?
Chatter already, Tusky.
Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
You know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
That's not going to happen. We will find a cure.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried we haven't changed. This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
I don't like the first part of this statement, but let's see what she says. You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts. I do believe it's pronounced Githyanki, but I've always said Githyanki. I'm not going to change it now.
I expect I am your first.
I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Well, that was uncalled for. Well, it is pretty large and fleshy. You know what? If she can dish it, she needs to be able to take it too. As if your upturned bat snout was any better.
Better is an opinion, but mine is certainly more economical, disciplined, dignified.
I'd like you to join me.
You've no room. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Well, that'd be Astarion.
Should mind my step.
I'm guessing this becomes something later, maybe a forge? Well, based on the squeaking when we picked up that ball, I'm guessing we'll get a dog or something that acts like a dog in the camp at some point.
I spy with my little eye. Yeah, nothing of note, really.
a Githyanki joining our company. Not a collaboration I'd have anticipated, but a welcome one nonetheless.
I see Wither standing back there. Invasion plans for the Sword Coast. A plain, unadorned note. This map of the Sword Coast sprawls from the deep forest of Tethir to the frigid spine of the world, its topography worn by ancient ink and the constant trade between mortal hands. So we have Mask of the Shapeshifter. You grant Shapeshift, and the magic of this mask comes from its gory provenance, and makes it perfect for the discerning actor, sleuth, or person with a mirror and time to kill. A peculiar clothing chest. This chest bears a faint likeness of 6 noble figures from a far-off, near-mythical land. Bordering Adventurer's Pack. The lip of the pack is stitched with the likeness of a helmeted warrior, their eyes sheltered. Something protrudes from the helm, like a strange floppy arrow. And Drake General Die. Combine this die with an equipment item to alter the colors of fabric, leather, and even metal. A die created by Imperial Die Master Sigurd and his apprentice Aurora, those who wish to stride valiantly into a world rife with adventure. A potion of flying, and a potion of animal speaking, elixir of hill giant strength, alright, so now we're encumbered. Alright, so we have Cape of the Red Prince, a noble warrior's cloak woven into the heart of an ancient empire, Lute of the Merryweather Bard, an old lute that hums with the voices of numerous sprites and spirits, Bicorn of the Sea Beast, a battered 2-point hat that's seen the wear and tear of rebellion, and Needle of the Outlaw Rogue, a dagger that thrums with desire, a longing for vengeance. These are references to the characters from Divinity Original Sin 2, and the Bewildering Adventurers pack is a reference to Larian Studios' logo. But with that, I'm trying to organize all my potions by putting them inside the bag. We do have these up here.
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes.
I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly. But all things considered, you'll do. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point.
Alright, let's remove Astarion from our party.
Need something? Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Please just stay here.
I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
We'll take the paladin option here. Focus on the divine energy you feel from his presence. I'm not going to use one of those right now.
There is a great divine energy indeed, but the source is unclear.
I mean, it has to be Jurgal, right? We were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Okay, so he lets us hire... well, hirelings. Or mercenaries. Will these hirelings be joining me willingly?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
Do you think I can trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Impressive. Are there other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
That's incredibly powerful magic. Why is it so easy for you?
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
You mentioned a cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
What if I don't have that kind of gold right now?
Then I shall wait here patiently until it is acquired.
Fair enough. Oh, we can respec here too. I would like to talk about hirelings.
Very well.
I'd like to talk about something else. That's outrageous.
Such is life. Outrage leading to a singular end.
So he's kind of a jack of all trades, and it sounds like master of all.
Speak.
I'd like you to join me.
It is done.
That's gonna level her up. Alright, so you got 8 hit points versus the 7 that most our other companions have gotten. And Gale gets 6. And she has Action Surge. Immediately gain an extra action to use this turn. Alright, another 8 hit points. We have to select her subclass. Superiority dice 4. The superiority dice are d8s, you have 4. At fighter level 10, these dice become d10s. They fuel your Battlemaster maneuvers and are expended upon use. You regain expended superiority dice after a short or long rest. Alright, so we can change it though. So the Battlemaster. Battlemasters are paragons of tactical superiority, combining combat maneuvers and experience in the field to dominate every fight. Eldritch Knight. Eldritch Knights study magic to supplement their weaponry, allowing them to overcome resistance from the toughest foes. And Champion. You approach the complex problems posed by combat with one distinctly effective solution. You hit those problems really quite hard. Oh, improved critical hit. My personal favorite of the subclasses is the Eldritch Knight, but I might save that for a future playthrough, so the game did default her to Battlemaster. We'll stick with that, I think. And here's her available maneuvers. Commander Strike. Spend an action and a reaction to direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally immediately uses their reaction to make a weapon attack. Disarming Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly forces the target to drop the weapons they're holding. That sounds pretty useful. Distracting Strike. Distract your target, giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll against the target. Evasive Footwork. Can evade attacks by imposing disadvantage on melee attacks against you for a round. Feinting Attack. You can use both your action and bonus action on a turn to attack a target with advantage and do an additional 1d8 damage. Goading Attack. Deal an additional 1d8 and attempt to goad the target into attacking you. The target receives disadvantage on attacking any other creature. Maneuvering Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage. On hit, select which friendly creature will gain half its movement speed. Will not provoke attacks of opportunity. Menacing Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly frightens the target. Precision Attack. You can spend a superiority die to add it to the result of an attack roll. Pushing Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly pushes the target back 15 feet. Rally. Expend a superiority die to grant an ally 8 temporary hit points, bolstering their resolve. Riposte. When a hostile creature misses you with a melee attack, expend a superiority die to retaliate with a powerful strike that deals an additional 1d8 damage. Sweeping Attack. Swing your weapon in a rapid, sweeping arc to attack multiple enemies at once. Roll your superiority die for damage. And Trip Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly knocks the target prone. The target must be large or smaller. There are a lot of good options here. I think Distracting Strike, Trip Attack, and Pushing Attack. So we get 2 forms of crowd control, and what's essentially guiding bolt, but with a melee attack.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Yeah, let's go do a long rest.
A monster forms inside us, and you think to be idle. I knew your kind to be fragile, but I didn't foresee the severity. Be quick about your rest. We must locate a crash.
We need to pace ourselves. Don't you know an exhausted warrior is an ineffective one?
A thick-headed notion in a complex circumstance. Do you suppose the parasites inside us dare to rest? That the Geich do not still pursue us with each peal of the bell? Take your rest. I will stand watch. Should a single tentacle split your skull, I will not hesitate to end you.
That little squint at the end.
What were you two talking about?
We were just discussing the next steps.
I see. I'd be careful with Lae'zel.
You don't trust Lae'zel.
She's not of this world. I'd be surprised if our interests remained aligned. Let's hope we rapidly find a healer. You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
Agreed. The sooner we find someone to help us, the better.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
I do appreciate the little dialogue indicators above their heads when they have something new to say. So are we done resting, or do I need to continue resting? Oh, we have to continue. Okay. It's a two-step process. Well, actually, let's go back to camp real quick and make sure no one had anything new to say after we woke up. Alright, we're in the clear.
You led them to our door! And you're always ready to let them have us.
Alright, so it looks like they'll be angry if I try to steal from Cannon's body, but we will do that eventually. In fact...
No time to dally.
Never a dull moment.
Hello, Elegus?
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunting packs.
The Annals of Baldur's Gate. So I can't read it while it's in our inventory, unfortunately. But I also don't want to trade for it,
Say
so...
a prayer. We should have time for that.
Yeah,
You could hold off a horde of goblins from this position.
maybe, but we're not fighters. If they broke through, it'd be a massacre. The sooner we leave for Baldur's Gate, the better.
How far are we from the city?
If the road was clear, a 10 days walk maybe. But while the goblins are out there, it might as well be the other side of the world. Like we're being watched. If I see a goblin, I'm closing this gate, whether you're inside or not.
That's fair.
With haste.
Oh, Saluna, Our Lady of Silver,
Yes, it is pronounced Saluna.
please, may he rest by your side. He never hurt anyone. He always knew what to say. When I was homesick, he never let it show, but he was homesick too. He didn't deserve this. Not now. Please.
Have some respect. This really isn't the time to talk.
Tieflings, you mean?
What did you just say?
I should have known.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
I've seen much bloodier battles than this. Consider yourselves lucky.
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This man saved your pathetic life.
Well, maybe
I
not.
didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
More violence won't bring back those you lost. Stop and think. I should have added a bonus. Oh. Nat 20.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a few goblins.
We need to leave.
We need a healer.
Hello, Zevlor.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
He has Hellrider's Pride. Grants Helm's protection. When you heal another creature, it gains resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks, and strength saving throws +1. A waft of sulfur emanates from these proudly kept gauntlets. Cost 220. We can afford these. It says when you heal another creature. It'd be worth seeing if my paladin uses lay on hands on himself, if he'll get that resistance as well. If not, it'd still be good on someone like Shadowheart. Alright, I'm Donald.
Well met. I should warn you,
Visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Those goblins. Have there been many attacks like that?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
I need a healer.
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
This ritual. Is there no way to convince the druids to stop it?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I didn't really have a hand in saving this place. Me and my companions hardly did anything in that fight. I'll see what I can do.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost. Find me in the caves. I need to let people know we're moving.
Well, there's another dialogue option I really wanted to ask. Hopefully we get another chance, because we could ask him what brought him to this place. Timber. Actually, he has another ability that I don't think we saw in the Nautiloid ship. So Githyanki Psionics jump a triple a creature's jumping distance for 10 turns.
My path be true. All right. Strike hard, strike fast.
Take this!
Oh, come on, Paladin. Oh, and oh boy. Okay.
You bow or you break.
Let's loot him, loot the bodies of the people he killed. A couple of books, Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise. A medical compendium describing varied mental disturbances and their treatments by cleric physician Glenn Earl Mack. There came to me a woman whom I shall henceforth call R, greatly distraught at the unusual tempers of her husband, whom I shall henceforth call B. 3 months prior, he'd suffered night sweats, crying out from sleep that he bore the mark of chaos. 2 months prior, he'd taken to calling himself by the name Saravok. 1 month ago, he'd speak of little else but the throne for which he is destined. I attended to B at the couple's farmhouse. He sat calmly at the table, an unknown book clutched to his chest. I detected no curse nor loathsome spirit upon him, nor the presence of magic. Yet upon shining the light of candle flame upon him, he raised the book high and exclaimed, "The deaths they bring shall awaken the Father, and through them he will rise." I snatched the book from his hand and flung it into the hearth, where it burned not in red or yellow flame, but pure black. It left but a single scrap reading, "Foresaw his coming death, and seeded his essence across the land." B shivered inside, as if waking from nightmare. He had no memory of the book, or the words he had spoken. Diagnosis: unspecified neurotic enthrallment treatment. Oh, sorry, different sentence. Treatment: herbal tincture of garlic and drace, sipped thrice daily until exhaustion lifts. And Soul Coins a treatise. The red leather cover of this manuscript is stamped with a grotesque sigil bearing resemblance to a screaming face. Academic disclosure. This research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the Nine Hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohort. They are frequently traded, for their value can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel the strange engines in the hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she'll never sell, for it's the bargain that got her promoted out of the Lemur status. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which is reproduced below. The next 50 pages appear to be a painstakingly written legal document in Infernal, with a headache-inducing number of footnotes. Devils do like their contracts.
You peer through the telescope.
I mean, that's 100% a dragon. Focus the telescope on the distant object, trying to get a clear view. I should have added a bonus. Wouldn't have mattered regardless. We'll do this one again.
You see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting.
Move the telescope to the left.
The telescope points to the left.
Move the telescope to the right.
The telescope points straight ahead.
And to the right once more.
The telescope points to the right.
Can't slow down.
Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we'll try to speak to these two tieflings that didn't want to talk earlier, Rika and... Not actually sure where the other one went. I don't think it was the one that the Bugbear Assassin killed, right? It may have been. Then we'll check out this Emerald Grove area. Some stuff up here, it looks like. Head down that way. Also, before I forget, let's go and equip these gloves on Shadowheart. Well, let's try to my main character first. Doesn't say how long that effect lasts. I'll leave it like that for now. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.